we're just making history. I mean, even with my story. So I am so honored for all the women that have come before me, all the women that will come after me, all the groundbreaking things that we have in store. But I also, like you said, want to reiterate that I don't want us to be so divided in the sense of, oh, it's just women and we're the only ones lifting each other up. We do have a counterpart. They are males. We are only, it's, you know, only females are males, and I don't know. But yeah, but because of that, I do think that you should definitely look to your coworkers or your colleagues or, you know, your opposite sex, and they will be the ones to help you as well. I think it should be inclusive of everybody. And I'm just so honored to be here. Thank you for inviting me for Women's History Month. And just all that's going on in the media, like in this month alone, has been wonderful. So as far as women and growth and empowerment. So I'm definitely looking forward to the future. And sorry my speech isn't as long, but yeah, that's it.
Tell us
Thank
about
you.
your story.
Oh yeah, my story. So my story, so I'm from Georgia, born and raised. I have a twin brother with cerebral palsy, which is one of the reasons why I studied genetics in college. Long story short, they're not as technologically advanced as I had hoped. So I'm writing my senior thesis, realize I'm going to walk across the stage to get my diploma. I'm not going to pursue genetics, but I did know that I was going to move to New York. I don't know what it was calling me, and I know it's cliche, move to New York, move to LA after you graduate, but for me, I really knew. And when I went to New York, there were many people who, you know, I didn't have any clear direction or where I wanted to go, or I was reaching too high in the positions that I was applying for. But the one thing that everyone in this room knows, or all the people who will see this, or anybody that you retell the story to, you are your biggest critic, and you know you well amongst anybody. So people will tell you no, and they will tell you no again, and that's only them projecting their own insecurities onto you. You know yourself best, and if you feel like you can achieve something, you will achieve it, period. And so for me, I came to New York, and with all the naysayers, I did end up meeting someone who introduced me to the trading floor, and from there I was brought onto the trading floor and became the second African-American woman at the New York Stock Exchange in 226 years. So I am so grateful to have been part of that journey, and from there, have since left the trading floor. I was there for 2 years, and now just working on continuing to build the brand of Lauren, working on my movie as executive producer. I just got signed to do a TV show, so I'll be able to share more with that, and then working on my book, and then doing my speaking engagements. This story broke in May of last year, so it hasn't even been a year, and I've already toured 8 different countries. Wow. And I'm booked to go to many more this summer, so I'm super excited to continue to share my story. And I get floored when, for instance, I just got back from Beijing, and there were 600 people that turned out, and I just couldn't believe all the way in China that they had heard my story and they were inspired by it. So if there's anything that I want to continue doing is pushing financial literacy, especially amongst women. A lot of you in this room aren't at the age, but a lot of the women who are in families, they are the ones balancing the books at the end of the day. They are doing a lot of the money savvy, and because they're doing a lot of the money savviness within the household, they should be investing, and not just in the stock market, but just in general. Have that financial security for yourself, that financial independence for yourself, and go on and do amazing things. So that is and will continue to be my message, and I hope for my one story I can at least inspire one person to go on and do other amazing things.
That's awesome.
Beautiful.